Oh dear. Um, it would make sense for us to begin where we usually begin, and that's with introductions. So, Tim, how would you like to introduce yourself first, so that when we return, we can dive into what we're doing?
Hi, I'm Tim Longwell with Longwell Art Studios, and we help you reignite your creativity and bring health and happiness back into your life. And we're located in southeastern Oklahoma.
Right on. So welcome and thanks for what's going to happen later. So, Bill, how would you like to go next? I'm trying to do it in the order in which people arrived. And you're muted, Bill.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bill Graham. I'm coming to you from my virtual log cabin in Belize this morning, where I share unbiased information, or what I refer to as the unbelievable truth, to anyone who may be thinking about making a permanent move to Belize. And I'm going to try and wrangle some comments. Sorry, Lolan, I know you don't like that word, but
It's all right.
the people that are over in the YouTube live chat, and I see that Gina Donaldson has joined us. So thank you, Gina, for joining us.
Oh, right on. Greetings, Gina.
And so the whole day is going to be one big experiment. Hopefully it'll be at least 70 or 80% successful, and comment tracking is going to be part of that.
And thank you, Bill. And both Bill and Tim helped me sort out a problem I had while we were setting up. Something got stuck and we couldn't figure out how to get out of it. So, but Bill, I must say, I mean, that log cabin looks very Canadian because of all those great big logs. Would you find big logs like that in Belize?
Actually, yes, mahogany is the national tree here. And
Yeah.
I mean, while most of the big ones have already been logged and the land raped of mahogany, there are still some good hardwood lumbers available here, very cheap.
Oh, really? Right on. One of these days, I guess I'm going to have to do a visit to Belize because I don't know
Sure.
why I visualize smaller trees there for some reason.
Maybe this will make you feel a bit more Canadian.
Well, this morning it was here in Victoria probably, what, 5 or 6 degrees? Yeah. So Fred, you were the next one and you're nodding. So how would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Fred Jones. I'm located in Victoria, or near Victoria. And I work with young people trying to coach them on improving their communication skills and learn leadership skills that they're going to require, as particularly the world's changing very dramatically. It was 6 degrees according to my computer, and
Uh-huh.
I was outside with the dog that I'm dog sitting, so
Right.
it felt a little bit of rain, but
Yes.
lovely. So I'm looking forward to joining you once again. I always learn something here, so I look forward to it.
Oh, nice to have you here, Fred.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know who came next anymore. So, Alana, I see you there, and I didn't even get a chance to say good morning earlier.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Alana here in Ireland. I have a website called emptynestblog.com where I help empty nesters create their own online income, and I'm also a virtual assistant. And yeah, we're getting a snowstorm this week, so we're battening down the hatches on this side of the pond. So there's no bread, there's no milk in the stores. Everyone's in a panic, and as long as I have wood for the fire, I'm good to go. So
Right on. So, oh, winter. Well, I'm all ready for spring.
yeah,
Give me
me
spring.
too.
Yeah.
Me too.
No bread and no milk in the stores is just another Wednesday in Belize.
Oh dear, I remember those situations when the ice bridge was out when I lived up north. Then we'd have these times when there was no bread or milk. So, oh, the world has many interesting places and situations for sure. So I thought I saw Nathan there. Are you still there, Nathan? Good morning.
I'm still here. I'm still here. Yeah, regarding that snowstorm, what do they call it? The beast from the east? I was reading about it this morning, and as luck would have it, I just went to the store in Boston Pratt.
Right.
It's true. It's kind of funny how this all comes together. Anyway, my name is Nathan. I'm hailing from Ensenada, Baja, California. My major thing right now is finishing up a project which shows both Canadians and South Africans how to move to Mexico. So it's almost done.
Right on.
Yep.
So good to have you here. So
Thank you.
yeah. And there you are, Gina. You found your way in. How would you like to introduce yourself?
Thanks, Loan. So Gina Donaldson, personal passage planning, coming to you from beautiful British Columbia, Victoria, just a little bit north of Lowell and overlooking the Straits of Juan de Fuca to the United States of America.
Right on. But you are in Victoria.
I am in Victoria.
Yeah.
With bread and milk.
Yes, right. Right. So I might explain before we get started. I might explain.
I might come in too.
Oh, I'm
Heidi
sorry,
from-
Heidi. I saw you there and then I missed you. So thank you
Yeah,
for.
I'm here. I'm not yet frozen. Also, yesterday I woke up with snow, and we had a night, as we are talking about cold, must have been about 7, 8 minus centigrades. Centigrades. And for tonight, it's predicted in one service minus 11, the other service even minus 16. And that has never happened in the 30 years I'm in Italy. So the worst I had here in my house was minus 8 about 20 years ago. So talking about climate change.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I can certainly see why minus 17 or thereabouts would be really, really difficult for you. But let me tell you, minus 20 in where I was up north was considered a balmy day.
Yeah, but you must know that in Italy, all the water installations, they are all outside. So there is no, after these situations, nothing works anymore. I mean, we have tried yesterday to cover things up, but it's still not clear when things are unfreeze. First of all, the olive trees are still working, if they die or not. And then if the water, the taps are broken or not, we will see. So.
Yeah, the pipes will burst if they freeze too much, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. So I'm very sorry I missed you. The way this Zoom thing works, you have to keep moving back and forth when there's more than 2 or 3 people here. So sometimes it's easy to miss someone. That's the one part of Zoom that I have to get used to. So, but I wanted to explain to everybody, they're wondering why they're where they are this morning. I'm in the process of moving my lowland.com website from one server to the Wealthy Affiliate server. And it's in transition right now. You cannot get to my website right now because it hasn't, the transition hasn't completed. So that's why I sent everybody a link to go to YouTube rather than to my website. So hopefully by next week, everything will be back to the way it was, or the way it should be, or something. So, and that has, there are some challenges before me the rest of the day. So, now let's get down to what we came together to talk about. Back in November, we talked about Twitch here. I went back and looked to see what was there, and we we kind of focus mainly on what is Twitch and its relationship to Amazon and all of that. And at that time, as Tim said to me when we were talking about this earlier this week, well, that was before I was just starting to get into Twitch, and so I didn't know very much about it at the time. But since then, I've done a lot of twitching. So Tim, unmute yourself and let's talk a little bit about the way you are using Twitch right now. And because we're noticing that we don't see you on YouTube very much anymore. So there's got to be a reason for that.
Well, to give you an idea, in the month of February so far, I have already streamed 37 hours and 40 minutes on Twitch.
Wow. Yeah, but you do some gaming as well as your demos.
Yes, I do. On Twitch, the environment likes the fact that although I'm a creative and I have a creative audience that does come and watch the gaming, some of them actually game with me in the creative community that we've developed over here. But a good majority of that 37 hours has been creative. I stream everything from my oil paintings, like the ones you see behind me here, and also drawing and digital art. And I have one of the neat things about Twitch is with the subscriptions, one of the things we do over here is that because the subscriptions are actually paid subscriptions here, they're not just a follow, which Twitch calls followers, is we do something called a subscriber award. So one of the many things that I do for Twitch is I make little guys like these paintings here for sub rewards. And I paint them on stream for the new subscriber. And they get to pick the brush handle, they get to pick the paint color of the hair, and they get to pick whatever Mr. Brushy is holding. This is Mr. Bristle's brush, and he got nicknamed Brushy when a friend over here on Twitch made me this little casting. And these are my emotes over here that you get different ones depending on your subscription level.
Okay, so what I think I'm hearing is one of the reasons that you're over there is that it's possible to make a bit of money there.
There's a different revenue stream over here than YouTube without having to qualify for the partnership to get the advertising revenue.
Yeah.
The advertising revenue is at a higher level that at this point in time, I'm not even worried about whether or not I hit it. Although I'm actually closer than I realized. So it's just a matter of viewers average watching the channel a month.
So, and of course the reason that I've become kind of interested in what Twitch is and what it can do, etc., has to do with the fact that I'm now using this OBS, Open Broadcast System, and you can live stream to either YouTube or Twitch from OBS. And so, and from what Bill, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought I read somewhere in one of these courses that we're doing that you can actually, if you've got the right heavy duty equipment, you can live stream to more than one place from OBS simultaneously.
Yes.
Yeah, the most popular way to do that is with Restream.
Yeah.
But if you had a heavy duty enough system that wasn't For example, you couldn't dual stream gaming because the resources would be so heavy for gaming and for broadcasting. But say like a talk show environment like this, then you could actually open 2 instances of OBS and stream off of your own computer and internet, provided you had a strong enough upload signal to not create problems.
Yeah.
So
And
it is possible, but it's not advisable.
I could actually open my OBS and rebroadcast this as well for Lowland to Facebook or one of the many other places as well.
Yeah. I debated about actually opening my OBS and streaming this to my channel on Twitch.
Did you? Right. Okay. So, so part of the reason I had some interest, and I know of a few others here that were sort of interested in knowing more about learning how to do Twitch or how to do OBS, and that was part of my problem this morning because I'm still such a newbie at it. But I will get better. But also, I have to say that I went over on Twitch and signed up and found Tim's site there and subscribed to it. So every time he goes live, I get this little notification. Tim Longwell just went live on Twitch.
You followed.
Oh, I followed. Okay. So I went over there one day while he was live, and he was doing a caricature from a photograph, and I was able to type in my comments, and I could see his face, but I could also see him doing that digital drawing. So it was kind of fascinating, and I thought, wow. So there are all these capabilities over there that I had no idea that were there. So now I think there's something else we need to cover here before we start doing something practical, and that is, we know that Twitch was developed by and for gaming.
Yes.
And it's only recently where other people have, like Tim, have been doing something different. Go ahead. I can hear you about to say something.
About a little over 2 years ago now, Amazon bought Twitch as a company. Mm-hmm. Prior to that, Twitch was an independent company for game streaming because YouTube wasn't really game streamer friendly at the time because they were still juggling things and everything too. That was more of a case of recorded and posted on YouTube. And so this was set up so that viewers could watch gamers play games live and chat with one another and talk with one another in the chats if they weren't actually in the match playing the game together. Mm-hmm. And Amazon bought it a little over 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, Twitch started, Amazon on Twitch instituted what they call a creative community. Now, it's still called a game area on Twitch because of the heredity of the environment and where it came from. So when I stream creative, I'm streaming the game creative. Oh. It sounds odd, but that's basically the way Twitch views it. But I'm not streaming World of Warcraft or Disney Kingdom or something like that. It's creative. They invited some creatives over and asked them to stream full time on Twitch. And that got kicked off because a gamer over there was painting the little miniatures for board games on his stream. Well, Twitch's rules prior to this didn't have problems with them playing the board game, but when he started painting the miniatures, the policy created a problem, and there was talk of removing his channel completely from Twitch. And then they go, now, wait a minute. These characters, these little models that he's painting are critical to the games that we play. And the lifelike painting is, well, and Amazon says, well, but that's not gaming, that's creative. So let's solve this problem. And hence the creative environment began to be born. And they invited the Bob Ross company over, and Bob Ross runs reruns over there on a regular basis. There's K Pike Fashions, Devi Cat, which just made one of the women's magazine covers again. That kind of, and then the community has grown from there.
So, but the thing that I notice, there's a commonality here, that if you're doing something that people like to watch, whether it's playing a game or potting a pot or making a piece of jewelry or painting a painting, it's about watching people doing things.
Yes, that was one of the main reasons I moved over here.
Yeah.
They like the process. They like to see it step by step happen and come to life, whether you do it in 30 minutes or 3 weeks.
Right. Okay. So that was, I sort of recognized that and realized, well, for someone like me, that I'm not, nobody wants to watch my mouth go. So, but then the other day when we were talking, Tim says, oh, but there's a new category over there and it's called talk show.
Yes.
And there's one person that most of the people in here know is quite active over there. Eileen Smith is quite active over there on talk show on Twitch. So then when we find out that there is a category over there for something like this, then it sort of piqued my interest anyway. Oh, so I wonder, what else we need to know. So, I that's kind of where my mind went, was it, those of us that are not doing something that people want to watch, but it looks as though our world is creeping into Twitch. So I before we sort of start and go in and look at what you see when you go there and all of that, I wondered if anybody had any questions or comments before we sort of do that. Bill?
Yeah, I've been kind of entertaining the thought of Twitch too, because, well, first of all, because I heard Tim was over there doing what he was doing. And my new website is going to be based on doing tutorials for people on how to use technology. So I guess my question, Tim, is my impression of Twitch was always that it was a gamers community, which we all agree that's how it started. So what is the audience share like over there? Are there people that are there just for the talk thing that Lowell Ann does? Are there people there that are just for the tutorials? And do you have any idea, like, what's the ratio? Like, is it still 90% gamers and it's going to be a struggle to break into tutorials?
Well, just like any new area, there's going to be some getting a foothold and building your audience. It's going to be no different than if you just started out on YouTube or just started out on Facebook or just started out on Instagram.
Sure.
The difference is the categories are broken down, and Twitch, Amazon, or Amazon Twitch, however you want to say that, are slowly building these. Right off the top of my head, I know 4 key ones right now. There's the gaming, there's the creative, there's what they call in real life, which would cover basically what you're talking about doing, Bill. And in real life is a very large audience. It's probably almost as big as the gaming audience over there. Okay. And then the creative, and that's the neat thing about creative, because depending on what we're doing in creative, we can actually float back and forth in those 2 communities as well, so that we get a broader exposure.
Right.
Oh,
And then there's the talk show category. And there is talk of adding more definitive categories, the same way as the gamings are split up now between game titles. They intend to do that to the categories over there as the system develops. Right now, they're putting into place, you can run reruns of your videos that you stream a stream like this. You rerun it, enter the chat as a chatter, and anybody that is watching it can comment as they're watching, even if they weren't there for the original one. And you, as the streamer, can also be in that chat and reply to their comments as well in the streamline, in the chat.
Yep.
So
yeah, and you can actually bring them on screen too very easily, can you not? In Twitch?
Bring the comments and
The
everything,
comment?
you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as the original recording is stored before you download it and have to re-upload, and that varies depending on your account with Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
On how long that's stored, then yeah, that's already in there. But there are also outside vendors, and vendors is a loose term because the stuff they offer is free, that you can actually, in this picture right now where you see me or each one of you, I could bring up, if somebody was talking to specifically me, I could bring up a little window right in here, and that comment stream that's over in the chat on Twitch would scroll right through here as well in the video. So when you download the video, that chat's still there, even though it went away from whatever time limit your particular account on Twitch is.
Yeah. Okay.
The chat is still there for people to watch and read, and they can follow the conversation that went on in chat, so they know what you're responding to as the streamer, even after you re-upload the video, after its stream time, if you will, and rerun time has fallen off.
Wow.
Okay.
Got a question for you. What about if you're running a podcast? Would you be able to use the MP3 from that for Twitch?
You can use the MP3, but there'll have to be some kind that they kind of look like as a radio station right now, and they don't officially have allowances for that particular deal. But if you recorded your podcast just like you're talking now on the stream, even if it's just you or you're talking to someone over the microphone and they're not even on camera, but you're there on the screen, now you're under talk shows and you can podcast till you run out of breath.
Interesting. So, yeah, okay. So one of us would have to be live in something like this?
Yes, that would. But
it can't be pre-recorded is what you're saying?
Not on MP3 only.
Right. Well,
but if you recorded the video as you did your podcast?
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that. The way that we've been dealing with the problem to do with YouTube is just putting up a still shot to do with myself. Well, the three of us, there's me and a partner and whoever we interview. So three of us has a still shot just so they see who's there. That's how we've been dealing with it on YouTube. I don't know if we could do that on Twitch.
Well, one of the ways you could do it effectively, and I've seen some of the music streamers over there that do it, that if they're not performing live and they're just playing their music, do like the slideshow at the beginning of one of these that Lowland does. So where you just change images there to bring up maybe an image of what you're talking about along with the three pictures that you're talking about.
Yeah, well, one way we could do it is like a slideshow in the sense that I just finished doing this, actually, a major project. But for each MP3 track, just when each person winds up speaking, that image pops on the screen. Something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just so that there's some kind of video action.
Some kind of visual thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Well, it's something we could give a whirl just to see what happens, test it out and see what kind of results we get.
I'd like to ask you one more thing if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
What about content storage? We're used to YouTube where we live stream and our content stays there. How does that work on Twitch? Like, archived there, or do you have to be continually uploading it?
Because the environment is the way it is right now and they're building the infrastructure from the gamers that was just in San Jose, California servers to data centers. In fact, here lately, a lot of streamers are having to change where we stream to, because like myself, I'm no longer streaming to California. As of this last week, I'm now streaming to Dallas to one of the data centers.
Sure.
And the particular videos that I do, because of the account I have between Amazon and Twitch, is a 60-day storage of that new video that I streamed. Now, at the end of that anytime during that 60 days, you can download your videos.
Okay.
And then you can,
you can re-upload them?
You don't even have to re-edit them to re-upload them. Just put them right back up on your channel.
Okay.
So,
and they're there indefinitely.
But what about your followers following them? Like, do you end up with a channel where your stuff is archived and somebody can follow me and find all of my videos, or are they relying on me streaming them out to them?
No. When you stream it, what they just as I joined Twitch, they started a beta program of actually uploading videos. About a quarter of my YouTube videos are now stored on Twitch that I uploaded and are there. And they have this little feature that they just instituted last month towards the first of the year, that what they call premieres. So I upload a video that I didn't stream, but I can do a premiere and this video will run. I can schedule the time slot for it and everything, run the video, and I can be in the chat and talk with the people the same as if I was live streaming it. But Bob Ross runs streamed videos that are stored on those servers. And the only time you even hear of an admin is if somebody has a problem and they have to reboot Bob Ross's channel for whatever reason, because he's been dead since 95.
Right.
Okay, so I'm still a little bit confused though. So is it strictly live streaming?
No. There's three ways to store your videos. There's your stream is stored, fresh new videos are stored, and you can also store when your timer runs out for whatever, like a free account, I think is 14 days. So sometime in that 14 days, you download everything and then put it back up after it falls off your channel so that your video count, and it's always there. A follower comes to my channel. One of the things you see my name at the top of the screen, and then you see a section, the very next section over is videos and the number of videos that they can view.
Oh, okay. And those are your videos.
Those are your videos. They're a combination of your streams, any uploaded videos you did, and any changes in the reruns.
Okay. And are they searchable?
Yeah, they are putting tags in them when you upload. Yes.
Right. Okay.
So I can see this as a really, really useful thing for someone like Bill. For example, we worked together creating my slideshow, just using Zoom and sharing screens or whatever, because he was able to guide me through doing whatever. Well, my goodness, if he could go and guide people through something like that, that would be very desirable for other people trying to figure out, how to.
And the thing about that is that you'd have the interactive between some of the other community cultures that would cross pollinate into talk shows and in real life and create some creative channels and into the gaming channels, because that would allow them to do different types of animations themselves until they could pay to have someone like myself or some of the other digital artists make actual digital animations for them.
And I can also see, Gina, I mean, the work that you do, that you sit down with people and try to show them various processes and approaches as life goes on, etc., etc. I could see that an application there for you, for sure.
And that is actually, that kind of thing is actually happening in the in real life section currently.
Yeah.
And that has been going on since just shortly. That kicked in around the 1st of 2017.
Quick question. In terms of these videos or whatever it is that you put on Twitch, how long or short can they be?
You can stream as short as 2 to 3 minutes, or you can stream 24, 48 hours, whatever you can tolerate and still breathe and talk.
Got it. Thank you.
Anybody else before I'm going to screen share? And by the way, the place to begin is twitch.tv. So now we're going to, here's the test of whether I can do this properly. So I'm going to share my screen.
Before you do that, Lowen, I just want to mention that in the comments we have We Wake.
Oh, right on.
He's experiencing that your website is frozen and has no idea. So you'll have to go back to the beginning of the video for that explanation, We Wake. But we're glad to have you here today.
That's right. We'll talk about that later, Vivek. So, all right. So I'm looking at the Twitch, and I'm going to...
It's twitch.tv if you want to open it on your browser and follow along on your own. But to see some of this, you will have to create an account.
All right. Is everybody able to see my screen? Can you see my screen and my mouse traveling around? Anybody?
I see it.
I see it too.
Okay, right on. All right, so this is when I just typed in twitch.tv, this is where I got to. And the other day, Tim walked me through figuring out how to put my avatar up there because there was a cartoon character there to begin with. So,
Lowen, sorry to interrupt, but your screen share is not showing in the stream. So you may not have
You may have to do the transition in OBS.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And as always, your cursor is doing some pretty funky stuff over there.
Are you able to see it now?
You'll have to give it 20 seconds. So carry on. It looks like it's transitioning, but I'm only getting a black screen.
Wow. Goody, goody. So I wonder why that is. Oh, yes, I can see the cursor is doing very strange things.
Yeah. You may actually want to have Tim share it today.
I think so, because it's not.
He can share it into the Zoom and it'll display properly.
So I'll stop screen sharing. I mean, I think everybody that's in Zoom can see it, but nobody can see it outside. So, wow.
Let's see.
And you'll have to go back to your Zoom window because we're still seeing your black screen.
Is that better?
Remember, there's a stream delay, so you have to let it catch up.
Back to me in 20. There you go. I'm seeing you now in speaker view. So Tim should be able to screen share, and we'll see it fine.
All right, let me move these fine folks over here. What you're seeing right now is the Twitch dashboard. Let me get back home to the homepage on Twitch. And I guess we'll just kind of, you want me to give a just kind of quick tour from what they're seeing in the beginning here?
Yeah, well, what everything is and what everything means and where to find the various communities, etc. So,
All right. Okay. Well, along the top here, you'll see Twitch, and then these will be the people you're following, which is this group here. So you'll have a menu here.
mhm,
And as you grow more people that you're following, these are channels that I monitor and or watch or assist with over here on Twitch.
mhm,
And then you can get the desktop. There's actually an application for your desktop and your phone for Twitch. So this is the main homepage. When you go to twitch.tv, the only difference between what you see here and what you see when you go there the very first time is this screen will be covered with a big white. This background likely will be white instead of the shades of purple. And you'll see this big white rectangle here that asks you to log in or create an account.
mhm. Yeah. Yeah, that's true because my background is all white as I'm
And
looking at mine.
there is a way to do it. Now, if you go all the way across, you'll see here the little bell. I'll show you real quick what this is. And there's a drop down menu on every window you open, no matter what size screen you have. And this is some more different things that are available. Like there's the creative community
Mhm.
that I mentioned over here on Twitch. You go all the way across and you'll see, as a new user, the very first time you create your account, when you sign in, you'll see a little
Cartoon.
strange looking character,
Yeah.
which is a PNG with the transparent background and some little cartoonish looking strange thing
Mhm.
sitting there. But you're in the drop down menu. If you like the dark background, you just check this little box right here. There, that's what everybody's seeing now when they go the first time. And then
Yeah.
you check that mark and you get my preferences.
Right.
Okay, then there's some settings here that you can either share your activity so that other people know what you're watching or playing or streaming when they come and see that you're online. And this is, you can set it right now. I'm showing online because I'm logged into my Twitch account.
Right.
You can set it invisible to where you're in incognito mode.
Okay. Hmm.
And this, go ahead. Yeah, I heard a question coming up.
Well, I was just going to say, so to be able to set your avatar, etc., I guess you go all the way down to the bottom where it says settings, correct?
Correct. You'll go down here to settings.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll change windows. And then very first page in settings, you'll notice it's got several tabs across here. This tab right here, Twitch Prime, you may or may not have, depends on whether you link an Amazon Prime account or pay the Twitch Prime subscription fee for, I think they're about the same. I think it's about $10 a month. But what that does is that eliminates commercials when you go to Twitch to watch other things.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, but the very first tab is profile.
Right.
And then you'll put in your email, which you had to do when you got in, and you had to give it a username. Now, usernames on Twitch are lowercase because the lowercase is what's used in the URL. So it's twitch.tv/your name, your username. That's your channel name. And then this next box, you can change it
To
where you see to what is shown like up here instead of all lowercase. Right here, with profile picture, when you first come in here, you'll see that little strange character right there. And you'll click update. See, these are those little strange characters one of you might see.
Right.
The other option would be to upload a photo or image of what you want so that you get something like mine. And then once you hit update at the bottom of that window, you'll hit update here. It'll load this photo
Right.
here.
Now, Tim, a question about that, about the Twitch community. And I see the answer to my question, actually. I'm looking at the people that you follow or that you're connected with. I was wondering how many people actually put their photo or do they just put
It depends. It varies depending on the business and on the particular person.
Okay, so
See?
that's no different from what you see in Google Plus or anywhere else. Some
Right.
people use their picture and some use a logo or whatever. Okay.
Exactly. Like
All
this gentleman right here is Paul Pape Design. That's his company logo that's on all of his business stationery and cards and everything like that.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
like mine is my business logo.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you get others like this guy. He's a wood carver. So he's got a little English Irish type man there. I think
Yeah,
if I
a
remember right, it's an
leprechaun.
Englishman.
Looks like
If
a
I remember, yeah, it does. But when you go to the channel, I'll give you an idea. He's on. I believe he's streaming because I can go right back. Yeah, he's live right now. So, but you click right there. See, you can. He's got something there.
Yeah.
You can do banner art and everything else over here. You can get as elaborate or keep it as simple as you like.
Boy, this looks like this is a rabbit hole made made in heaven.
And there is actually I've actually helped develop a community over here to help you get set up to stream on Twitch.
Oh, right on.
That we call the group Ready Set Stream. There's a Discord channel that you download the free application Discord, or you run Discord out of your web browser. You join this particular community, and if you have a problem, okay, I need to know how to do this in OBS, or I need to know how to do this in Streamlabs, which is one of the overlay and other elements that I told you about, companies, vendors. Stream Elements is another one. Then there's some things called chat bots and things like that. And this community helps new streamers get that together.
Perfect.
I'm wondering if you could show us how we would find somebody else's content.
Yes.
Let's say, for example, Miss.
Yeah,
Cookies
look for Miss Eileen, because we all know her.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is going to block, unfortunately, a little bit. But if you had right up here, you see the little magnifying glass, just like at Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You type in ILENE.
EANE.
EANE. See, if you spell it wrong, you get somebody else.
Yeah, I see her down at the bottom there.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Okay,
See,
so
these are her videos that she has up for you to view.
Right.
Now you can do it. You can continue to type here, and it will bring out the channel.
That was where I got stuck. I got in there. I found her videos like you're seeing there, but I couldn't figure out how to follow her.
Okay. Well, the neat thing about it is if you click on one of those videos, it'll go to a replay.
Right.
And see this.
Oh, okay. There.
Let me stop those. I don't need that muted. It should stop. But when you first get here, this heart is a word that says follow.
Oh, I see. Okay. So that's how you follow people that you want to find.
And you'll click the word follow, and it'll pop up this little heart, and it'll give you this little drop down right here.
And
now,
then
what this little drop down does is the notification you were talking about receiving. If you check this to on, every time that person you want to follow prints a video, shows a rerun, or uploads a new video, this little notification pops up in that box, either right up here or right down here.
And
but I get the title of their stream and everything.
I get a pop up on my I get an email every time.
Yes.
Every time it just an email comes up and says Tim Longwell is live now.
Right, and that is in your settings again.
For
your notifications. So we'll go back down here to settings, and we'll finish that.
Yeah.
The one thing you want to do, like any other social media or otherwise, is you have to give the people a reason why you're worth their time.
Right.
So always, 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 if you're going to stream, not watch, but stream, always fill in your bio.
Oh, yes, of course.
If you're going to just upload videos, fill in your bio. Give them a reason why, just like on any other platform, whether it's Google Plus, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever. Now, back up here along the top, like I said, this is your account type. This is your channel and videos. I'll show you a quick overlay. This is settings to turn on videos, and these are people that when I'm not online that will go host. And there's even a section in the dashboard under live that we'll get to it, and probably in another stream.
Right.
That lets you know who's hosting you or auto hosting you when you stream.
Oh, so that's sort of like a share?
It's a live share.
Yeah, okay. Now there's a piece I did not know you could do.
So your followers are watching your channel. If you have the auto host set up and I go live streaming and you have me set to auto host, they watch me on your channel. So you get the views.
This is a way, for example, Heidi and I have been sharing each other's stuff, trying to help promote each other. This would be another way to do that. Whoa.
Yes, ma'am.
Woo, woo, woo. Okay.
The next tab is security and privacy. Forgive me if I don't go in there.
Right.
You can go in there and look around on your own.
Yeah, there's
the next one over is notifications. Now, the notifications come in 3 categories. On Twitch only, by email, on mobile, and some advanced settings. Okay. Now, by default, all of these are on. The one thing that is not on is, you'll notice right here, receive browser notifications for this device.
Okay.
You know the little pop-ups that come up in Google
corner.
and tell you on the bottom and interrupt your videos and everything like that?
Yeah.
That just adds one more if you turn that on. So that's entirely up to you if you want that on there or not. The next one is email. Now, as you can see, all of mine are off because I've got this default switch off. By default, when you set up your account, it's on.
Right.
So all these check marks are on. So anything that happens on my channel, if you're a follower, you get the notification on Twitch and you get the notification in your email. Hence the emails you were getting.
Right.
One simple click of this check mark at the very top says, send me emails about, and you basically says,
You turn
nothing.
it off. Yeah. Okay.
Don't bother me.
Yeah. Well,
and you can do the same on your phone or tablet.
This is so important for anyone beginning on a new platform like this, is to understand that they can control the way things happen. Because I remember in the early Google Plus days, people would come and say, take me out of your list. It's too intrusive, etc., etc. And often it could have been corrected. They could have corrected it themselves by realizing they could go in and change the notifications.
Yes.
And it might be more correct, rather than saying they control it, you can control it. You just have to know to go and look for it and review all of them.
Yeah.
It requires some effort on your part, yes.
Yes, it does. Right on.
I'm just wondering what kind of information, I'm not sure if you can open that for us to see, but what kind of information do you collect on subscribers I presume in the subscription section? That's people that are subscribing to you?
No, that's in a different area.
Okay.
That's in your dashboard and revenue. This are people that you pay, that you like their channel enough that you want to support them. So you pay for a monthly fee of anywhere from $5 to $25, just how much you want to support them. There are other ways of support too, but this feature here where you can subscribe to someone or they can subscribe to you is only possible if you have what's called an affiliate level.
And that is not the same as an affiliate program.
No, it is not. That's a level.
Yes.
There are 3 levels, well, 4 technically on Twitch. There are viewers, streamers, affiliates, and partners in that order.
Aha. Okay.
From bottom to top.
So for
And
people
the
to
revenue share escalates as you climb the ladder.
Okay.
so for people to subscribe to you and monetize to you,
There
what
are
kind of a monthly, is that part of the free program or is that a paid version?
okay, to follow me and get notifications and watch everything I'm doing free of cost. All you have to do is make your Twitch account and hit that little word follow and make sure the notifications are up. That's it. That's your total expense.
Right.
Now, if you choose to support me with your funds, there are multiple ways to do it. See, there's one of those pop-ups that Lowland was talking about, and it gives you the option to watch or close. And they
what about if I want my channel to be in a position where people could support me?
Okay. First off, you have to get your account up and setting and running.
Right.
Then within a 30-day period, all right, I guess, but anyway, this is people that you pay or someone bought for you paid the monthly fee of some level so that you know when they renew, whether or not you want to continue it or discontinue it, and when it expires if it was a gift.
Are the prices set by the donator or by Twitter or Twitch rather?
Again, it depends on this particular portion is controlled by Twitch. There are 3 levels.
I see. Okay.
There's the $4.99 level, the $9.99 level, and the $24.99 level.
I see. Okay.
So which level do I need to be on in order for somebody to support me with a contribution or a tip or whatever?
None of these. None of these.
Okay.
This is apparently we're already at the time. I guess it's okay to go over.
Yes, a bit. Okay. I think we need to answer questions here. So.
All right, we're going now. What you're going to do after you get your account set up and everything, you're going to go to your dashboard on Twitch. So you'll hit the drop down and you'll go to your dashboard. Now, right over here is something in this menu is something called achievements. And all this area over here is all set up and scheduling and different things like that. It's another lesson into itself. But this one is important to get to know how you can receive revenue. One of the ways you can receive revenue without doing any further steps than subscribing is by using either a PayPal, a donate direct account, or PayPal me account, and they donate to you directly. You can use something like Stream Elements or Streamlabs, and they have a donation page, and it'll make announcements on your channel. So-and-so donated X amount of dollars, and this, you can decide what kind of fanfare is given during the video and what have you.
Will it link up to Patreon?
You don't need Patreon.
Oh, I see.
If you have a PayPal account and you set up one of these PayPal me or one of these through Stream Elements or Streamlabs, because all 3 of those go direct into your PayPal. You cut out the middleman. This is now your Patreon page.
Gotcha. I get the difference because okay. Right.
Okay. So, in order to get the subscription status to where you're at, where I'm at, the affiliate level, you need 3 simple steps. As you can see, I've got 2 out of 3 I need for partnership already, which is the highest level on Twitch. But first off, it starts you out, it all begins. And it walks you through it. Open your dashboard and look around. Name of the game. So you update your stream title, what your very first stream would be named. We belong. You update your game category, creative, in real life, talk show, Disney Wonderland, whatever it is that you're in. It's happening. You push the key to stream from OBS after entering all the stuff in OBS, and you start your first stream.
Okay.
Now you're on your path. You are now a actual Twitch streamer.
Okay. But would we not recommend, I mean, I appreciate this because we're getting a sense of how all this works and what the potential is for all of us. But would it not make sense for me to just go in there and watch for a long time, so I get a sense of what the culture is? I get a sense of what everybody's doing and how they act when they're interacting, etc., etc.
Always a good idea when you're entering a new environment.
Yeah.
Always a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't care whether you're walking into a party for the first time or on a new platform. It's the same scenario. You don't walk into a party, walk up to the first person you see, slap them on the back or give them a hug and say, "Hi, how you doing? It's been nice seeing you." Da 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 da.
Yeah, right.
You kind of get a feel for the room first, so to speak.
So in the online world, I believe that's called lurking.
Yes, it's called lurking. In fact, there's an interesting little deal that is not officially part of the Twitch commands, but a lot of streamers have added what they call a lurk command.
You're kidding.
So you're bashful. You're just letting them know. Maybe you said hello, but you're not going to talk. You just want to listen, and you want the streamer to know that you're still there. Yeah. Then you type in ! Lurk.
Oh.
It goes up a little message. There's an auto chat bot that throws up a little message, and we lost Bill.
Oh, well, we'll get him back.
And now you're in lurk mode. Nobody expects a conversation. Here he comes. This is the part he wants anyway. Good timing, Bill. We're getting into that financing through Twitch scenario. Well, did you see this first little stuff, the It Begins?
No, my internet broke, but just take me to the end and I'll be happy.
Okay. Well, this you can find in your dash under achievements in your dashboard.
Yep.
Okay. In fact, this is the window that'll be open when you first open your account and go to your dashboard. When you go to achievements, was this little block right here. The next one is the path to affiliate. How do I get paid by Twitch on Twitch? And what does it give me? Now, in order to do it, you have to, in 30 days, you have to stream for 8 hours.
Wow. Okay.
You have to, of that 8 hours, it has to be on 7 different days in that 30 days. So real big requirements, huh?
8 hours in the last 30 days. Wow.
So is that strictly stream, Tim, or could you re-upload you something you already didn't qualify?
That's stream.
Okay.
So you have to at least be in the chat.
Right.
Whether you're on camera or you're rerunning something that you uploaded, you have to be in chat.
Understood. Okay.
Okay. The next one is who watches the watchers.
Right.
In that 30 days, 3 people have to watch. Now, this, you got to remember, this is only 8 hours of time. So for that total 8 hours, you have to average 3 viewers. So it can fluctuate between 1 and 5 as long as it averages at 3 at the end of that 8 hours.
Right.
And the only other catch is you have to interest 50 people to care enough that there might be a potential for them want to support you through the Twitch platform.
So although it's different, it's almost as ominous as qualifying on YouTube.
Not really, because if you're busy lurking and specking out the environment before you do that first stream, I had 75 followers when I hit the stream button the first time.
Right. Okay.
So, and you said there is a support group there that you did because
That's on the Discord channel. It's on a Discord server you can use that either through the internet, through your web browser, or download the application to your desktop.
Discord.
discord.gg.
.gg. Okay. Because I just having had this little this bit of a tour, and of course this is the second tour I've had. I'm beginning to get a sense of it, but maybe this is another one of those opportunities for Bill to go in and learn how to do this so you can teach the rest of us.
Well, and in honesty, I would never join any platform with the intention of monetizing or that being my prime purpose for doing it.
Exactly.
But it is nice to know that as you
the potential is there. The difference is like super chats. You have to be so big and have and now they've upped the bar to where now you have to have so many minutes a year watched and so many subscribers, which are basically followers because subscribers and followers are the same between YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah, on YouTube, it's 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, break that down into minutes, and it's over 250 some odd thousand.
Yeah.
Right on. So, just before we go, I'm looking at the time. We are quite far over the time. But would you show us how to find the talk show? Because that's the one that most of us would be interested in. And we didn't see it in that list, that list of.
No, it's not. But again.
And that's why I felt like we needed to cover that so that when people
go up to your search bar.
Yeah.
And type in TALK space SHOWS. The very first one is the community talk shows.
Okay, so click on that and sit down. What do we see when we get there?
Same thing you'd see on any other community.
All right.
On this side is a live event. These are live events that you can watch. These are upcoming events. These are actual streamers streaming talk shows right this minute.
Okay. So, man, there's a lot of time to learn this, but given where things are going, it really does make sense for us to be cognizant and skilled on more than one platform. It only makes sense not to put all our eggs in one basket.
And I will put the offer out there within reason. I'm willing to lend a hand and give assistance, and as well as connect you with this other support group in case I'm not available, because there are 3 majors of us, and as we're teaching other people, they're teaching other people, and on that Discord server as well.
Now that Tim, that is just an absolutely fabulous offer that you just made. So and I have to give you a shout out because Tim and I are connected on a Hangout text, as many of the rest of us are. And I can't tell you how many times I've gone in and asked Tim, how do you do this? Or what can you tell me about that? Or whatever. And he always answers. So, and I know that Bill does the same. I know that Heidi does the same. I mean, that's the way we've all sort of connected to initially. But, that's what this community is all about, I feel. That we're here to grow and support each other. Now we've lost a few people because we went overtime, and I recognize that. I see that Alana had to leave, and so did Fred. And I know that Fred has something that he does on a regular basis right after this, so I know that. So, for those of us that are left, I see Gina's. Do you have any questions, or is it time to just go play?
At this point, go in, look around, make your account, think carefully of your name, because once you name it, you get to wait 60 days before you can change it.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I was noticing that what you just said is correct, because the day that I went in and watched you, I was texting, and you didn't know who I was until I texted my full name.
Yes.
So I put myself in there as LA coach.
And the problem is I know multiple LA coaches because I know
Los Angeles.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's a good piece of advice. So, Tim, I really appreciate your doing this, and I do apologize for my stupidity when it comes to trying to do things. This shall change.
Well, and the thing is you put in your brand name because that's what you're going to be pushing forward.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a problem.
Right.
When you go into a new chat like that and you're introducing yourself, they call you LA coach. You can just say, you can call me Lowell Ann.
Aha.
Kind of make people aware that Lowell Ann and LA coach are the same person. Everybody calls me Longwell or Art.
You're
but
right.
The thing is, several of them know my name, but they still call me by my channel name.
Mm-hmm.
And oddly enough, some of them actually do it. I have actually had them tell me out of respect and I go, oh, come on, I'm just another lowly streamer just like you. But once you fit into a community, just like any community, they're going to put you where they feel you fit.
Mm-hmm.
And the key will be to relax and accept that and work within it until you, as you move forward, things will change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so I wish everyone who was in here, who's outside, or who might watch this, happy lurking. So, if there's no more from our green room, what's left of it, I'm going to do the scrolling end now, and wish you all happy Tuesday. And if you feel as though you would like to stay here after the streaming, you are most welcome to. So I'm going to do the scrolling screen now.
And real quick, okay, I'll answer it in the chat real quick.